Hey everyone, my name is John Henry, and I am the Director of Student Startups here at Notre Dame's Idea Center. It's basically my job to help students launch companies. So, one of the questions I often get is, how's that possible? They got class, they've got other sports or activities, things like that. So, what we created here at the Idea Center was a series of programs or a series of steps that a student can do. And if students are really serious about it, they can launch companies that could even eventually raise enough money that they could go full time into them. So what I have here are 5 steps that we've built a pathway for students to go down so that they too can launch a company. The first, it's a very low bar, low, easy step for all interested students, and it's just submitting an idea online. So going to the Idea Center webpage, going to the student section, there's a big button that says submit your idea. We're not asking for much more than a paragraph, a little information about the student entrepreneur, a little information about the idea itself. And one of the questions I most frequently get is, should I wait to submit my idea until I know what I'm doing a little bit more? And I say, nope, never too early, because the first idea you submit is probably going to change anyway. So why not come in and get support early? You'll get a coach, which is what you see, submit an idea, get a coach. These coaches are trained by the Idea Center. They're peer students, and they often have startup experience themselves. So we have a lot of techniques and processes so we can help student entrepreneurs collect data and figure out if this is the right concept for them. So that coach will coach the student entrepreneur on how to collect data, but they'll also help the student collect all that data and then present it back into a pitch. So what you see here in step 2 is pitch on a Friday. So once a student entrepreneur has gone out, collected a little bit of information that says this is a promising idea, every Friday of the year, we have students coming in and pitching for small dollar resources, might be $500, maybe even up to $1,000. And if they've gone out and collected a little bit of evidence that says there's a lot of interest and it's a serious thing to work on, then a pitch is the best way to say, I'm ready for a few dollars to push this further. So say, for instance, a student has an app idea. They go out, talk to people, maybe they do one of their own little mock-ups. Then they might come in on a Friday and say, I need a designer to come in and help make different pages so I could actually show the pages, maybe in a clickable prototype, not a real app yet, and get their take on it. That's often a case of what people are looking for on a Friday pitch, but they all might also be looking not just for money, but leads or connections. Both of those are okay. So once we've seen a lot of the students come in, pitch, we'll also recommend that all of them apply to McCloskey. You've heard about a lot of business plan competitions. McCloskey is a new venture competition. It goes all through the year, and it culminates in April. And different years, we've had over $400,000 in cash and in-kind prizes and services. So it goes through multiple rounds, though. So you submit in the fall, and you'll get announced if you're going to progress past in the fall. And one of the things we also do to help people is to set up something called a pre-accelerator program. So maybe the top 15% of students we see, we invite and they apply to be part of our pre-accelerator program, 6 weeks, evening, one night a week, get together with the other best entrepreneurs in the area, and we kind of double down on our investment for them. That prep makes sure that the pitch deck that they've made is more refined. They've gone out and collected as good data as they can. And all of that data and that pitch deck goes into the McCloskey application. So that pitch deck can also be used in other events and other Elevate Nexus, for instance, the state fund has an application event. You can use the same pitch deck in other areas and formats to raise funding. So once you do that evening boot camp style program in step 3, you're ready to go on to the rounds of finals. Step 4 for McCloskey. So it goes through round 1, round 2, semifinals, and then eventually finalists. Each of those, the almost 200 ideas gets winnowed down to the top 5. And our programming, again, should help you progress as far as you can. But one of the other greatest reasons is even if you're not part of that final 5, but you're still, say, in the semifinals in the step 4, then you still can get mentors. You can still also get a lot of great feedback on your pitch deck and your business concept in general. So once you've gotten mentors, you've gotten all the input, you've gotten some small resources, in the later rounds of McCloskey, you can also get prizes. So I mentioned that over 400,000. Those might be a $5,000 living stipend to be able to launch your company full time over the summer. So you actually get $4,000 to live on, and then $1,000 goes to a coach. So you'll have even more sophisticated weekly cases coaching. But step 5 is really for the best of the best. So this is where the top 5% are launching full time over the summer. And this is one of the models where we believe if you're able to get the time, get the training, and get the resources you need, by the end of the summer, many of our students are able to launch and go full time into it. And that's really the vision. It's possible to launch companies here. Lifestyle is great, but also if you need investment, then we're a good place to help you get there. Other videos will have a walk through each of these steps in more detail, but we're happy to be part of your journey and would love to see you get as far as you can with it. Thanks.